Hey, 8th grade, Mr. Songer here with you here today for makeup lesson number 3. These are for lessons that took place on Friday, October 3rd. And you might hear a little background music. Nolan and Nate and James and Jackson are all out there jamming. So that'll be fun. So we're going to play out of your Accent and Achievement book, pages 8 and 9. Percussion, you can play either bells or snare drum with this. It might be easier to play bells because that's what I'm playing here on the trombone. So we're going to do page 8 and 9. And your makeup for this is to play the song Battle of Jericho, which is number 35. So you probably definitely want to take a look at that here at the end. But we're going to start with the key of C minor today on page 8, concert C minor. And if you look at number 28 out of your book, there is the concert C melodic minor scale. And we're going to start with that one. So here we go, number 28. 1, 2, 3, go. Probably one note there that's kind of tricky for a lot of people, and that's the second highest note going up, or the 7th note of the scale there at the beginning of 28. B natural for the low brass and for the flutes and percussion and oboe. That's a C sharp for the trumpets and for the clarinets and tenor sax, and that is a G sharp for the alto saxes, and then that is an F sharp for the French horn. If you need to, go ahead and look at your fingering chart in the back of the book and figure out what that note is so that you play it correctly. We're going to go down and do number 31, the concert C harmonic minor scale, and we have the same deal. There's that note again, both going up and down the scale. Let's do it. 1, 2, ready? Now, that scale is very similar to the minor scale, the melodic minor that you played. They're both very similar to the major scale back on page 6. If you turn back to page 6 and look at number 19, you have the concert E flat major scale. Every major scale has what we call a relative minor. That means they both have the same key signature. And if you compare the key signatures between number 19 and then the minor scales you played, number 28 and 31, they all have the same key signature. So we say that they're related. And like I said, all major scales have a relative minor that's in one key. So E flat major and C minor are relatives, okay? If you look back on pages 2 and 4, we have another set of relatives. Concert B flat major's relative is concert G minor. Very important information to know as a musician. A lot of songs will actually what we call modulate. They might be in a major key, then go to a minor key, happy to sad. And they usually go back and forth between the relatives so that the key signatures don't change, okay? Now let's look at page 9. I want to talk a little bit about a rhythm, the swing rhythm. Now those of you in jazz band, you've gotten this a lot and you're pretty good at it. If you're not in jazz band, you've probably been introduced to it, you just don't play it very often. Swing rhythm means that on eighth notes, instead of playing them like this, we go like this. There's two things I'm doing there. Number one, I'm instead of playing every note an eighth of a beat, the first note actually gets like 2/3 of a beat, and the next one gets 1/3 of a beat. So the eighth notes aren't equal. The first one is longer than the second one. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm playing legato. I'm connecting them, okay? That's really important when you do a swing feel. What's confusing about it is the eighth notes look the same, whether it's swing or regular, or what we call straight. What gives it away if it's a swing beat is if at the top of the song it says something like swing, or swing eighths, or even blues, or jazz. Those are the key words that help you know, oh, I have to swing the eighth notes, okay? So if you look at number 33, we're just going to play the first, well, actually, the third line of number 33. We're going to play that with a swing feel, okay? So here we go, third line of 33. 1, 2, 3. That's a swing feel right there. Let's try 35. This is the one you're going to play for your recording to give you credit for this makeup lesson. 1, 2, 3. And you don't have to do the DCL phenom. So there you go. That's how you do number 35 and do a swing beat. So thank you for listening, and look forward to hearing your recordings.